The following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
I think your life is a stage. You're the one who is to blame.
What's up?
What's up, Antman? That video was awesome. You do such great work, and I need everybody to know that's Antman doing those promo videos.
Man, you know, I love what I do, and I realize how fortunate I am to be a part of the music scene and the community. And I feel like it's like our duty to recognize and show the hard work and the craft that other people are putting in.
Yep. I agree, yeah. They're definitely, there's a lot of people out there definitely putting blood, sweat, and tears into things, and they definitely need recognized, right?
Yeah, you know, I think too often so much good work doesn't get a name on it. You know, like it's very easy to just say, "Oh yeah, that's good," and claim it, but it's another to actually stand up, you know, say it with your chest, like, "Yep, this is mine," and you know, be proud of it. So I'm excited to have Bash on tonight because we've been friends in the community for a long time. We've also been through some of the same struggles, and it's about time that we be able to, I don't know, for lack of a better word, dive into a local perspective, I think, this way, as opposed to going to shows and doing a bunch of the stuff that we're so used to doing.
Yeah, it's definitely a different vision for sure that we're trying to incorporate here. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I want to give a huge thanks to our listeners, our viewers who support us, and
Yeah.
Talk 4 TV, W4CY Radio, and Standout Serpents for making this possible for us, you know, to connect together and make things grow. We're all about learning together and growing together because
It's a new shop.
the new shop's really good. We're doing appointments only right now. Things are going smooth. We're still developing a routine. It's not easy. I'm gonna confess, it's not easy. I mean, having 1,000 animals in your care is a task beyond belief, but it's very rewarding at the same time.
I got 2 kids. That's enough animal for me. No. Well, we have an exciting show for everybody tonight. I want to give a shout out first off to Standout Serpents for supporting us. Our man Kirk over there and Rachel holding it down for us. Thank you guys so much. I also want to give a shout out to everybody, like as Roxy said, our viewers, our subscribers, the nows, the laters, and the afters. We appreciate you guys so much for all your love and support, man. But you know, without further ado, I guess we'll bring the man in.
All right, let's do it.
Called me a man. I was like, oh, geez. Who? Not me, right? Who the fuck?
Not this fucking guy.
Yeah, right? What's up,
What's
man?
going on,
How
Bash? How's it going? Good, man. How are you?
Man, I'm just like, you know, doing the thing, waking up, and I did a bunch of stuff today. I wrote a song with Randy Gleason. I found out some really dope information about Artifacts and apparently TK Booking possibly working with us. From what I understand, I don't know at all, so I try not to speak before I should. So, but I know that much.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So let's break this down a little bit, man. So pre Artifacts, there was just you, your guitar, and a couple corners in your house, from what I understand, right?
Yeah, it's man, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. I mean, like I don't want to put the laundry out, man, but it's been rough, and you've been through some shit. And you still managed to put a smile on, man. I'm excited to have you here.
Yeah, dude. I've been really trying to fall into the whole just because you're breathing doesn't mean you're alive thing, and I'm just trying to. I kind of grew stagnant, and I reckon the past couple years really helped me like reignite the fire I thought that was put out. Like, uh, I reckon I'm kind of referencing the passing of my father there, but it took a while to know what I was doing, because I mean, he kind of aimed me that way, and then I felt like, what am I? But a friend and kind of, co-worker within Artifacts, songwriter, producer, his studio, all that stuff. Brandon Thompson, we wrote "I Won't Fall," and I remember my dad saying it's the only video he got to comment on. It's the only song that he ever got to hear was "I Won't Fall," and he said, "This is Sebastian Schock, more of this." And I don't know. One day I read that comment, and Brandon had sent me another thing, so started writing to it, and it became Pull Through. You used it for your thing there. I really appreciate that. I wrote that for my father. I wrote that for my family about the passing of my father, and about strength and pulling through. And I referenced in there. Life goes on even when we're gone. Don't waste it thinking you don't belong. And a lot of people have this issue where, and not that anyone has ever said it to us, but we kind of feel like we ain't worth something, or we get down on ourselves as this voice in our head saying we're not supposed to be here, or what are we doing? Am I doing the right? And it's just like, you kind of got to just listen to you. There's another voice, and other people can hear it, and that's the one they listen to. They don't listen to the one in your head saying that you're not worthy.
You've had some ups and downs, as you said. What do you, from your young days in Gallipolis, Ohio, till now, what is the biggest reason for your turnaround?
I'd have to say my daughter. I don't know, man. I think there's a whole snowball effect of things. Yeah, I was coming back from the Lost Boys from Columbus. I lived in Gallipolis at the time, and I got a phone call. We had a studio that week and 2 shows and a bunch of practice, and I was on my way back Sunday, and I got a call saying that Courtney was pregnant. And there's a famous quote, and Brandon Cockring, DB Thunder, Brandon Cochran.
Yeah.
He said he'll never forget it. I said it was quiet forever. Like it's a 2-hour drive, and for probably an hour and a half, maybe an hour and 15 minutes, I hadn't said anything. We stopped for gas. I'm just like, I don't know. I just left my thing that I'm working on, and now there's the thing that gets in your way happening, and just all these thoughts, potentially gets, you know what I mean? Just all these things getting in the head, bouncing around there, and I got to say something out loud finally. I don't know why I couldn't, but I couldn't. And then I said, this band just got a hell of a lot more serious. And we finished the rest of our songs, and we booked a show with Smile Empty Soul and Trapped with Night Wolf Promotions, which turns out to be Night Wolf Promotions. It's Ricky Wolf. It was their first show, their first big show, and it was also mine. I had never sold tickets to a band like this before. And Smile Empty Soul, a lot of my early songwriting came from Sean Danielson's emotion that he was able to, I mean, goddamn, that first album is so good. The self-titled with Silhouettes and Bottom of the Bottle and The Other Side. Oh, bro. It really helped me like channel that kind of stuff. And I have now found a way where it doesn't, not that he was doing that, but the way I hear my early music as like, I'm just like complaining a lot. And I don't want people to think that. And I feel like my product now, like with Artifacts, is much more palatable, and it kind of grabs everybody. You're not just listening to like a diary necessarily. You're each one of these lines almost could be like a tattoo. You know what I mean? Like each one of these are a message of strength. I'm here to spread a message of healing and acceptance. Isn't just something that I put in a song, man. It's what I'm trying to do.
I've been looking into the term manifesting a lot lately. I've been hearing it all around me. Manifest. And in some scenarios, you can think of manifest as a silly thing, or you can think of it as something that you're truly in control of, and you're bringing about this, and it can be a power if you're manifesting good, and you're setting the vibes to bring in all this good energy that you want to happen. And I think that's what you're doing with these lyrics, which is awesome.
I get screenshots from people, and I get personal messages and comments on my stuff, and when I get them, I like to share them with the band in the same way, because we're all in this. We all do this as a unit, but I started this with Brandon Thompson, and I mean, he does our artwork and all that stuff, and we have a change in the formula that I'm not sure that I'm allowed to talk about yet, but I just want to say one of the first things he said to me was, you get out of it what you put into it. And it might have took a week or two, but almost immediately I capitalized on that, and I've really been trying to just make it. Make it is such a weird term, and I guess it depends on the individual, but I never really wanted fame. I'm actually shaking right now, knowing that it could be nobody watching, it could be 100 people watching. Just the fact that you two and we're talking to each other. I went to a friend's house earlier to set up a PA that we're going to take on the road a few places. I just wanted to test it out, and I was shaking in his house because I left my home. Like, this stuff is hard, for me, but I love it, and I guess I love it enough to be surrounded by a bunch of strangers.
You talk about the uncomfortability and the anxiety. Let's just call it for what it is, the anxiety of performing.
Yeah.
And we've talked about it on the show before, but I think this is another great example. The pandemic was its own thing. Everybody got affected. We all know that, okay? But I think the longer side of it, the other side of the stick, is that now there's even more anxiety on top of the people that had anxiety to go out and do this in the first place, because now they have a social anxiety of an illness and a social anxiety of putting themselves back out there after a year, after 2 years of solidly sitting at home writing,
Yeah.
and I think it's all of us are in this boat now. And it's like, how do we all leaned on each other at one point, but now it's like, okay, 3, 4 people go through some shit, 5, 6 people are there to support them. Now we're all in it, and now we don't know how to support each other. It's like all of a sudden a giant reset button.
Yeah, the 3 or 4 people that we're looking for support in are also needing it, and it's like, yeah, man, I have a song like I wrote in a camper called Social Anxiety, and like I've always kind of dealt with this, so it's almost like I've been prepared my whole life. And that sounds so cliche. To do this, like whatever this is, I don't know. I just know that I want to perform and write music and meet people and change their lives with a couple lines in a song, instead of them, a different kind of lines I'm trying to reference. I don't, I want them to feel music and seek something that you can repeat again and again and again. Like it doesn't just go away. You don't spend $60 and then put it in your face and it's gone. No, you stick this shit in your ear holes whenever you want to. It's free.
Yeah.
Download the app, Spotify, go to YouTube, listen to Artifacts, man, with an X. We'll help you feel good, man. I promise. We have new music coming that isn't quite. It's not necessarily negative, but I'm kind of tapping into some of the stuff that the first EP was really positive. Listen, I Won't Fall, Pull Through, Superman, Just Believe. Well, that was a single, but Never Give Up. Those are all obviously positive songs. And this new EP, we got songs called Escape, Pipe Dream, Serotoxin. And it's like I'm really getting to tap into something that I held back on that last one because I really felt like at the time everyone needed to feel something positive that they knew that could connect. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm not alone. You know what I mean? And it's okay. See, one thing I've always had a kind of a problem with is when people are like, "Hey, I feel that too." You're not the only one, and that kind of that sucks sometimes. It's cool to know that I'm not the only one, but also I feel like I'm going through this alone, and no one has ever related to me in a way that I feel, other than my father, that is like textbook what I am. And I don't know. I reckon it's different.
In a sense, we all look for something relative to what we're going through. And it's a common thing for you to feel alone, but I think with the music as therapy is a sense of we're finding other people that are connecting and relating to scenarios and subjects that we understand. So we're all doing it, and we all may feel alone, but we're all on the same page together at the same time.
We're all
So
in this together.
Yep, that's where our outreach is. That's where your outreach is writing these lyrics that just touch somebody where they're going to relate and gain something from it. And
Yeah,
everybody
dude.
gains something differently in it. They do.
Yeah,
No,
sometimes people find meanings in songs that weren't there, and that's why I don't like to talk to people about uh like what I wrote the song about necessarily. I mean, I can talk to you about it. Like I tell you, Serotoxin was written about my substance abuse issues and the things I do to cope with life and stay here and do things like literally like what we're doing right now. But I won't necessarily tell you what I wrote it about. So you can still connect with it because it could ruin what you thought. Like, oh, I thought it was this, and now you're conflicted, and I don't want that. I want you to, it's for you to interpret. It's what music is. It's art. What do you think it is? What do you need it to be? It is.
that's that's it's one of those things that and Bash, like we've talked about it, man. Like we're, as far as dads go, pretty close with that whole thing. And you know, like when you sit back and you look at your projects, and I think it's with anybody in any kind of project that when you start a project and your original idea is based off of somebody, something, something in that time that is so strong and powerful and relevant to your life, and then you cling to that for a long period of time, and then say at a moment in your life that dies or goes away or fades, like that pillow or that cushion that you have just gets pulled out, and I think it's what you do with that pull out, at that moment. Do you grab something to hold on to, or do you go down with the rug?
Man, that kind of happened when all this COVID stuff happened. So, while my dad was in the hospital and all that, I was booking for Craft and Vinyl for Troy Stacy. Thank you, bro. Really kept my mind occupied. And it was a dope gig. It's just not what I wanted to do. I found out it took me 6-8 months or more, but then I got to the point where I booked my final show, and I actually booked Tin Rose's final show the same night. That way I could kind of just release. I wanted to stop building, like I don't know what I was going to do, but I just wanted to play acoustic guitar again, show up for a half hour, 45-minute set, and just for benefit shows. And I wanted to do that again, like when I came up here. Because after the Smell of Your Soul show and stuff, that band disbanded, and I kind of lost my mind a bit, and I got a song called Relapse. It's about saving my own life, but I kind of got off track there and forgot where I was going.
I think it's kind of an amazing thing to see. I can't tell you how many people that I know where they have 50% of them that are ready, they're gung-ho, and they're like, I'm going to do things, I'm going to get things done, I'm going to change things,
Oh, yeah.
And then the other 50% of the people are like, I just want to give up. It's not the people, it's the mindset. You battle this every day. Like, I want to give up, I want to do better. I want to give up, I want to do better. And it's a battle that we all face.
I like to be that light that no one, that you don't really know is even there. I've needed it. I like to say, a lot of times I'm writing songs to me because I know that's what people are needing to hear, especially right now. Like I was, yeah, so I'll get back to what I was saying before I fucking, I'm talking about pulling the rug. So I stopped everything, and then COVID happened the next month, right? January 25th was the last show, and I was done. I did something in February where I popped in and sang a song with a band somewhere. But then it was all shut down and everything was done. I was like, no, I wanted to say no. I wanted to stop. What the fuck? I didn't like being told I couldn't. You know what I mean? And it kind of helped me ignite the fire again. And with the band, I knew at that time, I'm laying in bed wondering, especially those first couple of weeks, I could get it and I could be gone. I never felt mortal before. And I was like, what am I doing? Just because you're breathing doesn't mean you're alive. Really started to set in. And I've always thought, before I was talking, my music was a little sad before, and I've made it more palatable because I knew that people are more hooky, and I knew people were going to need this. My dad always said, you got to play more upbeat songs and stuff, and that message, that sad and stuff, people want to hear about sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and I'm like I just can't write about that stuff. That's not important to me. Yeah. Rock and roll music is, but I'm doing that. I don't need to write about music. I need to write music. I need to write about what I'm doing and what's happening to me and the ones around me, but generally how I feel, what I'm going through, because I can write it not generic, broad enough to where you pretty much you can It could be about a relationship with your girl. It could be about a job. It could be about literally what I'm going through, and you just don't know it because I don't like to tell people what I write about. That way you can just own it. It's your song, you know? I knew this was coming. I could feel it, and I'm just so happy, bro. I mean, fuck.
You're all right. You're all right.
Dude, I went. So how long we been going? 25 minutes. I don't think I said the F word for 20.
It's a
25
record.
minutes.
That's
Dude,
a record for you.
we gotta tell my band. They're gonna be so proud. We've played with Cold. We've played with Saliva. We've played with Buck Cherry. We've played with Adelita's Way. We couldn't play, but I got on the bill with Tantric, and now we are playing with Tantric. I think it's April 15th at the Odeon in Cleveland, and we have tickets for that. If anyone would like to go or knows anyone up in Cleveland could maybe point me in the right direction, because I don't quite know how to push tickets out of the city yet, but that's why we're doing this, so we can get better and better, and then push Cleveland like we do Columbus. Man, we push 50, 75, 100 tickets to a show in Columbus every fucking time. And that we're just a year in. Like, and we started with the COVID, like right in it. Our first show was 2020, October 10th or 9th, one of the two. Our Saliva show was the 1 year anniversary, and that marked our like 40th show. So in the midst of all this shit, we cranked out 40 shows all around Ohio, a couple in Kentucky, a couple in Indiana. I think we did one in West Virginia. We did all kinds of stuff, dude. And at the hardest time to build a band. And now, like I said, with TK booking, I don't know how much I'm allowed to talk about that, but I'm very, very excited to be working with them, and I can't help but plug them once or twice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I can definitely say I remember that time frame where I was seeing you on every bill, every flyer that there was out there, and you were everywhere. And
I was trying.
You were pushing, and that's what we got to do. We can't give up. We got to keep going.
It's just like the thing, man. I want to do this. My dream isn't just to perform and stuff. I want to do what I love and provide my family with enough of a financial stability where, oh, you want that? Yeah, grab it. You know, we're not worried about the bills. We're not just, well, cool. I guess we'll put the car in the shop. I don't have to work on them anymore. Like oil and spark plugs and tires and brakes and calipers and rotors and shit. That's not a big deal. But like transmission, you know, I don't want to change another fucking alternator. I don't want to do that shit. You know what I mean? And I just want to have the money to where, like, oh, we need a new roof. There's a hole in a tree. I don't know. You want to do this to the house? Let's add a building. I don't care. I just want to have enough money to where my daughter can go to whatever school she wants. And if she wants to go to college, she can go to whatever college she wants. And if she wants to do dancing or be a fucking skater or play piano it doesn't matter. My wife wants to quit her job so she can teach dance or paint for a living, because she's a beautiful artist. You should see some of the stuff she's done. It's like, I just want to provide that. That's my dream. I want to pay off our next house with music. We're going to sell this, and we're going to move to New Albany, and then I don't know what we're going to do. But I want to pay off that next house. Or maybe we'll sell that one and get to hell. Because if this takes off, holy shit. Like, I was having snowball thoughts. I was like, oh my God, like the dream, like last night, and I was freaking the fuck out. I'm like, we could live in Arizona, and then when the tour kicks off, I just fly to where the tour starts, and then we go. Like, we could live wherever. We don't have to be based out of Columbus anymore. Like, that's the dream, right? I want to go where there's no more fucking snow.
You got to keep living those dreams, and definitely doing it for your own self and for others. That's important. I want to shout out Levi. He said he was the one working on your cars. And all the other
Levi?
people.
Hively? Is that in this
Yeah.
chat? Hold on. Can I get in here?
Yeah, he says,
Oh.
I was usually the one working on your cars.
Yeah, dude.
But-
No shit. He did a lot of stuff for me.
We have lots of people in the chat room dropping these comments, and we really appreciate you guys. And they're all like with you. They're all saying Somebody said, "Keep it squatchy, bro."
Yeah, I
That's
want to
my
shout
man
him out.
Ted. Yeah,
So
that's my
fucking
man Ted.
Michael said he said Gallipolis right. That's awesome. So
Yeah.
not a whole lot of people do. It's Gallipolis, but it's not. It's Gallipolis if you're from there. I can
Yeah, I'm not from there, but I
bro, you
don't
nailed it
question
though.
it. Yeah.
I can definitely relate to social anxiety. David, what's up, homie? Facebook user. I don't know who that is, but you said we are definitely all in this together. And bro, you're goddamn right. David Philibum, Bash Nose pull through helped me through 2020, bro. We talked about it. We won't air it out here. We talked about it, absolutely. John, you're amazing, brother. Love this interview, bro. Thank you guys. I seen Shelly's post earlier. They put us on their TV in the living room. They're watching this right now. Levi, I know the journey you have been through, and I've seen you grow to do great things, bro. I brought Levi up here. He had a situation at home, and we brought him up to Columbus, and now he lives up here and has a job and all this stuff. He's had a few jobs and got a life and a dog and a home, and that's awesome. Shelly, Bash, I love you, man, and the emotion you put behind your music touches so many people, including myself. Good. I hope it touches you in ways that I'm not necessarily allowed to do. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. She she lives around the way from me. What's up, Bash? Ted is squatchy, bro. Yeah, Ted's the shit. He bought 2 hoodies from us. Yeah, Levi, he definitely worked on the cars a lot for me. Like there were times where I would like these past few about 2 years, I just don't want to do it anymore, and I'll pay him and stuff, or we'll go skating and stuff. I'll pay his way in and all that. Bloodthirst LLC. Hey Bash, we are so proud of you. Keep going. Your music helps and touches so many. I believe Bloodthirst were the ones I was gonna get a locket from where you it's like you combine 2 people's blood and you put it in this locket and it's sealed forever. I wanted to do that. It's really nice. I'm Facebook user. Cat Blue Eyes. Yeah, it's funny. All right. Sorry. I just wanted to like shout out everyone who's talking there. It's cool. It really means a lot. I know I like all those people. That's fucking
awesome.
dope.
Thank you, everyone, for joining in and leaving your comments. We love it too. Yeah, be part of this conversation because this conversation is for you. That we're navigating this together. We all are, really.
This is cool, man. Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely. You know, I think so many times we sit back and we look at where we were, where we are, and where we want to be. And I think that there's a small number of people like me, you, and Roxy, and maybe even a handful that are in this chat right now, that are watching it right now, wherever they are, that no matter what stage that you enter in, you make sure that when you exit that stage and into the next one, that you don't try to carry any unfinished business. You try to wrap it up, you know, because if you start snowballing into it, like you said, with thoughts, and then your emotions get into it, and then you make some pretty crazy decisions that most people may not.
Yeah, it's like you get on some fight or flight shit, and I mean, I'm through that every day. That's really what anxiety is. It's because, but there's nothing threatening you at the time. It's crazy. I go through situations where I play scenarios out in my head, and I can like blank out. Like I'll be doing something and working on or recording music upstairs or something, and then where was I? I'm like, I was 3 years ago in a conversation that already happened, and I would have said this, and he would have said this, so I would have done that kind of thing. And I'm like, where the hell did I just go? And when I wake up, I'm like shaking, and I'm in that moment of anxiety, ready to like fight for my life or keep this guy off me or whatever the fuck the thing was. It's crazy how that can get to you.
I still puke before every podcast, bro. Like, I've done so many. You know how many shows I've done. Like both of you know how many shows I've done and what I've done and stuff like that. And every time, 45 minutes before that light goes on, gotta go. I gotta go. like, and it may not necessarily come out a full puke, but it's definitely a good dry heave for a minute, like, all right, calm down, like, because you start, running it through your head, like, oh no, what if this, what if that, and
Yeah.
before you know it, it's showtime, and then somehow you just magically suck it up, and all of a sudden it's fine, and then at the end of it, you have people come up to you and they're like, hey man, great job, that's fucking awesome,
Yeah.
like, oh, you never knew I shit my pants like 19 times on the stage.
Yeah. I mean, this is live, right? So I actually, I did shit myself on stage once.
Oh, not many people will actually admit that. So
I was sick as fuck.
That's a contributing factor that'll make it happen, huh?
Yeah, I went all the way to Newark. I drove like an hour to play, like a 2-day notice thing. I was like, yeah, man, I'll be there. Bring my own mic and do the whole deal. And I was like a half hour in. I was supposed to play an hour, and and I said, so I got 2 more songs left because I didn't want to say, well, I got 1 more song, and I couldn't say through the microphone that I had missed. So I was like, I got 2 more songs left, and the rest of it, I was like stiff as a board. It's so embarrassing. And ever since then, I bring underwear with me to every show.
It's not necessarily a bad thing.
You live and you learn, right?
I was really sick. Nowadays, people wouldn't.
That's what we do, though. But that's what we do.
You know what?
Like,
yeah.
Most people are like, I'm sick, I can't come, I'm not feeling well. But when you're dedicated and you're in it and you're up there knowing that you're not your best self and you're still trying and pushing yourself through it, that is determination to go places. That is like saying that you're dedicated 100%. You're not looking for any way out. You're all aboard. So
I just realized the show I'm talking about, I was put on 2 days notice. It was after my dad died, and it was at Muddy Creek Saloon.
I remember that show.
Yeah, dude, at the end of the night, they went up on stage and talked about how much money they made. And then Ray Kinzer, or Justin Sane, as some people know, Misfit Photography or Productions, either one. I got the calendar right there. They gave me all the money at the end of the night from my dad's funeral for the costs and stuff. And like, I didn't know, but they invited me out to play because they were like, it's so nice. I just wanted to say that because I was like, oh fuck. There's so much good came out of that. I was so sick and I still went. Like, and people, like you said, well, because of a cough, not just music and entertaining, but just anything, and just not do stuff for any kind of reason. Because I ate too much. Nah, dude. If you do what you do, then you do it. And if you don't, then you don't.
I think it's when people put a certain level of something into something that they want to succeed, and then it's not received the best way, or it's not it's not to their speed. Sometimes they'll just drop it. Instead of going back to the drawing board, they'll just put it down and say, you know what, well, I didn't like that response. So it's nice to, when we talk about the music scene, we talk about people in the community, it's a bunch of people that refuse to put it down.
Yeah, man, I got this new concept about carrying around weight, about how things are really, really bad things, or just, things that are counterproductive. They're all the same amount of weight, and carrying it around adds up over time, and eventually you're dragging it, and then by too long you're just stationary and stagnant. And I got a whole concept metaphor set up for our next music video that we're trying to do. Not the one we're about to release, but the one we're going to shoot. And hopefully it's with Aaron Wade. Been talking to him about a lot of stuff. I love that guy. We really connect. We talked about a few things, and he gets it.
You know, our comments are still going pretty strong with people relating to things that you've helped them with. And I
Uh-oh.
definitely encourage people to drop a comment. Even if you're listening to the after live show, drop your comment, because we want to share. We want to build a community together and be in this together. So if you're listening after this live show, drop that comment. Tell us how things are treating you, how Bash has contributed to helping you through things, or how music has been therapy. Drop your comments, let us know, and we're going to have a big conversation about this even after the show. We're going to keep this going. I really would love that. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in and dropping those comments.
I do. Well, let me just go up. I want to hit these couple. Sunstealer, hey man, I caught your New Year's Eve show at the King of Clubs. Didn't get a chance to introduce myself, but I'll remedy that the next time I see you perform. You can wail, man. Digging what you're doing. I really appreciate that. That means a lot, and can't wait to shake your hand. Michael again. That's my brother. He's from my hometown. I've known him longer than I've known my wife. Bash taught me how to turn that fear into joy and own that shit. Make that shit a strength, homie. We talked, and we'll talk more. Nice work, man. Keep them tracks coming. You know that, bro. They're coming. We can't decide if we're going to release an EP or if we're just going to trickle it out one song per month. But I want to get to this Melissa here. I do remember you. Met Bash because of Kagan. My boyfriend let him know at the show with Breathing Theory, that's what BT is, they're from Orlando, Florida, that his words hit home to me with anxiety and being so reclusive lately. Never related to someone so much I didn't know. So, yeah, I didn't know that I was saying this to her, but I said something along the lines of, just because you're breathing doesn't mean you're alive. So I said, make sure you leave your home or invite people in, or just go see the ones that you love and go do things that you like to do, and spread that meaning of like togetherness. The only way to show people they're not alone is to do it in person, and no one else is able to do that. Cody Williams.
Yeah,
this dude is a hero of mine without a doubt. Regardless of the situation, he just makes me feel better when we hang. I'm definitely in a better place because you're a part of my life, dude. That's Lakota. That's our guitarist. I love you, man.
Nice.
That's awesome. Man, Melissa, she's stuck in her house a lot and hadn't been doing things, and I reckon she had finally gotten pushed out, I think she said boyfriend got her out of the house, and I'm glad that he did, because we got to meet each other and talk, and hopefully she's a little less reclusive,
Hopefully. Yeah, we learn through others for sure. So that leads us to we're getting really close to the end of the show. We're at the very bare minimum of the end, and I want to share a video with everybody with the pull through. And before I play it, Josh, I would really like you to announce the video and tell a little bit about it, why that you're kind of pushing this video. So announce it, give it a big strong introduction, and I'll play it for you.
So this would be Pull Through?
That's it?
Is that the one?
Yep.
No, I'm asking you.
I thought that was your introduction. I was like, no.
No. As I just wanted to be clear, so I didn't explain something and you play something else.
It is Pull Through.
Okay.
It is Pull Through.
Okay, my bad. Like I said, I'm not the technology guy. You guys might have said something afterwards, and I just didn't get it. So, yeah, this song. I wrote this song to my family and anybody else who loved my father. You're gonna lose people, and it's gonna hurt. And the reason it hurts is because they meant so much to you. The reason you miss them is because you had so many great times. And those are the things you need to focus on. Don't worry about the weight. You need to let go and feel alive and pull through. Be there for the ones that need you. You must come first. How are you going to help people when you're gone, man? Find a way to sit up, and get up on your knees, and stand the fuck up, and start walking, and start running, and get back to it. That's what they would want. They don't want you down and hurting. This song is about strength.
I think your life is a stage. You're the one who is to blame. No longer feeling the shame. You're only feeding on pain. There is no one in your way, so it's time you find another way. Just one more day. I know it's tough, the road is rough, but you didn't give
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Man.
dude.
Thank you so much for coming and hanging out tonight, Bash. I really appreciate you, man. We got so many more things to discuss and so many things to go over, but we are out of time. The boss lady is going to start hitting the end button on me in a minute.
All right.
Okay.
Before we go, I would love for you to give some feedback, so like something that you want our listeners to walk away with, something insightful, something they can hold and value and learn from.
The rear view mirror is there for a reason, but it's also much smaller than that windshield you're looking out of. So just keep that in mind. That's a metaphor. It's very useful. You don't need to look back there all the time. It's not, but it does keep you in check, and it can keep you humble and keep you aware. But you need to pay attention.
Nice. That is amazing. Wow. I've never heard that, but that's something that's going to stick in my brain forever now, because it is spot on. Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, drop some links. Tell everybody where we can find you.
Bash Shock 94 is Instagram. I think it's also Twitter. Sebastian Shock, it's ION, on YouTube, and Facebook, but don't use that. Go to Bash Shock on Facebook. Artifacts with an X. We are on all the platforms you would like us to be on, wherever you get your music, download your music, stream your music, whatever it is. But if you go to our YouTube, it's Artifacts the Band, kind of a Spaceballs reference. You can get you can listen to our covers. We don't like really put them out there, but we like to have fun. We do things not just for views, but because we like the song. We actually play in F. If You Want Love, we play that one live. So pretty much anywhere, man.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing the space with us tonight and digging into the deep ends that not a lot of people like to dig into. We really needed it. We did, especially in the times that we're living. We need those voices for sure. And
We need more transparency and more humility, and I'm just trying to make that socially acceptable.
yeah, I agree with that. Definitely. You don't have to take things personal, right? You gotta, like I said earlier, live and learn. You take things with a grain of salt. You live and you learn, and
Yeah.
we're here to grow and learn together. We're not here to shame anybody. We're here to make things happen. And
I'm here to spread a
have it back.
message of healing and acceptance.
Yes, that message was important, and the message is going to be long lived, because we appreciate you, we love you, and we know you have our backs just like we have your back.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much.
We're family here in the music business. Yep.
Family. That's what this means. I don't know if anyone's seen this anywhere else, but these are individually broken apart. I like to think that I'm this one on the bottom, and this one is my wife, and this will be our daughter. She's on me, held up by my wife, but held together by love. This means family. Artifacts represents love and family and togetherness and respect. All the things you're not going to get on any social media. So make sure you hang out with people in person and do the things you love. It keeps you alive.
Truth.
Not just breathing.
Truth. Yep. We're here on this earth to do more than just breathe. For sure. All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate
Thank you guys. Thank you
we'll
guys so much for coming and hanging out. Bash,
Thank
it's always
you.
fun to hang out, man. And all of our listeners, our followers, everybody else in the chat, man, thank you guys so much for supporting us, coming and hanging out, man. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe for a lot more coming from RA Nation.
Yep, definitely. We got a lot going on, so Give us your input. We want your feedback because we're in this together. This is not just
Absolutely.
Antman and Roxy show. This is our show. Everybody, all of us, you and you and you and you. So give us your feedback. We love you. We appreciate you. Thanks to W4CY Radio, Talk 4 TV, and Standout Serpents for giving us the opportunity for this platform to make things grow bigger. And thank you for all of our listeners and all of our special guests that come on and share their stories. So,
Well, one more in the bag.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next Monday for an epic show. It's Roxy's turn next week, so we're gonna find out what
Ooh.
the boss lady's got on deck for y'all.
yep. All right.
She's so mad at me right now.
No, I don't get mad. I'm very easygoing.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know me. You don't know me.
All
right.
Thank you, Roxy. Appreciate you.
All right, everybody. Tune in next week for a great show. And don't forget to give us your feedback, your comments, and
Yes, please.
your stories. We love you. Have a great week, and we'll see you next Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Stay amazing.